Hi everyone, this is Sheila and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to start with our feet hips width apart, right underneath us in parallel position, and just bend the knees. And now we're going to straighten the left leg up, and you're going to notice you're going to tilt and stretch right here. Bend both down, and now let's straighten just the right. And it gets you into that IT band. Again, bend and straighten the left. Bend and straighten right. Let's take two more of those. We have bend and straighten the left. Good. Bend, straighten the right. And last one, bend, straighten left, and bend and straighten the right. Good. Coming up right, so both legs are straight. Let's bend the knees and now shift the hips over to the right and left and right and left. So we're building on what we just did with that stretch to the IT band. Bend and out. Good. Come to a neutral position. Let's take some circles with the hips front, carrying it around all the way to the other side, and keep going. So we're really starting the day off with the focus on the hips. Here we go. We have two more circles around. And really feel where you're getting stretch. And one more time, circling around. Good. And let's reverse that. So we're going to the left. Really trying to open up into those hips. And circle. Good. All the way around. We have two more. Circling to the front, over to the left, and around. And last time, circling to the front. Reach it out and around. Good. Coming back to the front and then neutral position, straighten the legs. Let's bring the right leg out, and we're going to push into it and straighten and push into it. Feeling the stretch in the inside thigh there and straighten. You may feel like you get pretty far out because of what we just did with our hips, and straighten and push it out. And straighten, bring the leg back in. Let's take it to the other side. And push and straighten. So you're pushing the hip out as you feel that stretch in the inside thigh. And straighten, push it out. And straighten. And we have one more in this direction. Out. And straighten. Now we're going to go through one position. Come up, change, and out. And you notice I'm going off my mat because I'm getting a little bit of a wider position each time. And out. Let's take two more of those. And out. Good. And change. Trying to increase that stretch. And out. Good. And change. And out. And change. Good. Let's go into a wider second parallel position. Pretty wide. And let's reach with our arms. So we're going to bend the left leg and reach with the right. Come up, and now we're going to cross over, keeping our hips forward. We still have that bending of the left knee there. So going over, good, up, and push through. And lift up and over, good, and push through. And last one, up and over. See how far we can get. Push through and come up. Let's take the other side. So now we're bending the right knee, reaching the arm over. Feel that first big stretch, and then push through. And I'm using a flexed hand there as I push through. And hips are staying to the front. Reach up and push through. Straighten. Reach to the side. Good. Come up and through. And let's take one more. Up and over. And come through. Good. Let's just shift from one side to the other, pushing through. And we're getting a little bit of working out on our feet because I want you to lift that foot up a little bit. Push. Lift the foot up and push. And reach. And we have one more in each direction. Push and push. Coming up right. Good. Let's shake out a little bit. So we're just sort of focusing in this part of our body, moving out from that. So again, with that theme in mind, let's put our feet back into parallel position, bend the knees, and we're going to reach the rib out to the right and left and right and left. Good. Right left, and right, and left. Come to center, straighten up, lift the shoulders up. Now we're going to twist, bend the knees, upper body is going over to the right. Lift, bend, and shoulders down as you twist to the opposite direction. Lift, twist, and bend. Lift it up, twist, and bend. 2 more sets. Lift, twist, bend. Hips stay front. Lift, twist, bend. Good. Lift it up, twist, bend. Last one. Lift, twist, bend. Coming up, let's twist, drop down. Hips are still front, and we're going to add the upper body and drop it over. We're going to take little pulses, or you can hold. We're going to take 8 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming back upright, lift, twist, and let's take that to the other side. Bend, shoulders down, curve the upper body. 8 counts, either hold it, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Head up, coming upright. Let's repeat that. Twist, bend, shoulders down, curve the upper body. Keep the hips still. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7. Chin is down. 8. Coming up, straighten up. Let's take it to the other side. Bend, drop the head, and curve over. Chin is to the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming up right, straighten up, and face front. We're going to take a wide position this time, and we're going to repeat that exercise just to start getting our legs in a rotated position. So we're going to lift the shoulders up. We're going to bend the knees out to the side, drop the shoulders down. Let's just take the simple one here. And come up, twist, shoulders down, and bend. Lift up, shoulders as you straighten. Twist, drop, and bend. Hips are still staying front. Lift, twist, bend, shoulders down. 2 more sets. Lift, twist, bend, shoulders down. Twisting to the right. Lift up, down, twist to the left. Last set. Straighten up, shoulders up, twist, bend, and drop. Good. And lift, twist, shoulders down, bend, and upper body is to the left. Come back up to the straight leg, shoulders come down, and we're going to take that with a pulse in this open position. Hips stay front. So, lifting up, bend, twist, shoulders down, drop upper body down. So you're above the waist position here, chin to the chest. 8 counts, and pulse or hold. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming up right, straighten, lift the shoulders up, twist, bend, down, curve the upper body forward, chins down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Upper body comes upright, straighten, lift the shoulders up. Let's repeat that to the right, bend, curving over, chin down, hips front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just working above the waist. 6, 7, and 8. Coming up right, straighten up, shoulders lift, twist, bend, drop. Head goes down. And 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming up right, coming center. Lift the shoulders up, and let's just drop them down. Good. We're going to bend over to the right and straighten. Shift it to the left. Now we're in a rotated position. Knees go out over the toes. Bend and straight and bend. 2 more sets. And bend and lift and bend. Last time. Bend it, straighten and bend and straighten. We're going to bend the right, reach the upper arm, left arm over, and then the bottom arm goes across to feel that nice stretch. Stay in this position. Breathing in, inhale, and then straighten, increasing the side stretch there. So as you can see, we started working out from the hips, and now we're sort of ranging out up and down, working with outside parts of our bodies from the hips in either direction. Bend, inhale, exhale, reach. Feel that bottom arm stretching so you get a nice tilt over to the side last time. Bend, inhale, exhale, and reach. Coming up and over. And let's take it to the other side. Bend, cross arm over. Here we go. Establish this position, and then breathing in, exhale, straightening that leg. And bend, inhale, and exhale, and reach. Feel that bottom arm reaching. And bend, inhale. Exhale, full twist there in that upper body. And bend, inhale. And exhale, and straighten, coming up right. Let's put our hands on our hips, bend our knees. And we're going to start to just work with the upper body, again, trying to keep the legs right where they are. So you're working the thighs by opening out the knees over the toes. So we're going to drop to the side. We're going to carry that above the waist position to the front. So we're making circles. And to the side. Let's bring it to the back, trying to really stabilize the legs so you don't fall. And then drop down. We're going to take 4 of these total. We're moving in the direction of the left first. Up, shoulders are down. Carry it to the side. Keep going. Dropping it front. Really feeling the mobility in that upper torso and letting the head work with you. And head drops as you curve to the front. And side. Good. And back. And side. Let's come to the front and roll our bodies upright. And then straighten legs just for a moment. We're going to go back into it in a circle in the opposite direction. So from here, drop the body forward. We're going to come to the side, to the right hand, and to the back. Over to the side, letting the head really be loose. To the front. Breathing. Shoulders are down. Back and side. It works the core when you have to do something different with your upper body while you're maintaining a balance. And side, head is loose. And to the front. Carry it to the side. Good. And to the back. And side. Let's go back to the front. Let the upper body come upright and straighten the legs once more. Let's go back into a bent knee position. This time we're going to replicate what we did in parallel position. Come up and bend to the other side. Come up and bend. Come up and bend. Using the inside thighs. Up and bend. Let the foot come off a little bit and bend. Coming up, last time, bend and straight and bend and straight. Good. Back to a wide position. We're going to go into a deep plie, keeping the hands on the hips. So we're bending down, opening the inside thigh, getting a little bit more stretch there. And come upright. Good. Keep going. Then going slow. So we can really start to activate the inside thigh muscles. And open. And straighten. And open. And straighten. Let's go over in a flat back from the hips. So we're just going over flat. Now here we're going to start to feel some more hamstring work here. And straighten. Again, flat over. And come upright. Right from the hips. And flat over. And straighten up. Last time. And flat over. And straighten up. Now we're going to put a combination of these two movements together. So we're going to bend. And now in this bent knee position, we're going to go into the flat back, which means your derriere is going to go out to the back. And now from here, you have to swing the hips under you, get the knees out, and straighten. So you'll feel like you're getting some action through this hip area. Again, bend. Flat back. Reaching hips back, keeping the knees going out of the toes. Swing the hips under as you open the knees out wider, so you get more of a stretch, and straighten. We have 2 more of those. Bend. Good. Out, flat back. Swing the hips under to open the thighs. Good. and upright, and you'll be feeling this. Let's take it once more. Bend into your flat back. Good. Swing the hips under. Good. And straight. Excellent. Let's heel toe in and just shake out a little bit because that can be a little intense. Let's go back to a wide position. We're not as wide as we were before. Now we're going to turn to the side. So your left leg is going to go over to the right side, and you're lining your legs up so that they are truly parallel and your waist between legs. So sometimes we want to stick back here, but we want to be between the legs. We're going to bend the knees. So we get a little stretch in the back of the Achilles on your back leg. Straighten. From here, once again, let's go over to that flat back position. So we're focusing now on the front leg hamstring and come up. Bend. Straighten. And flat over. Run those hips and come upright. Weights between the legs, bend. And straighten. Flat back, over. Feeling the stretch in that front leg, back of the front leg, and come upright. Weights between the legs, bend. And straighten. And flat, over. And lift it up. We're going to just swivel to the other side. Once again, make sure you got your feet in a nice parallel position. Weight is between the legs. And let's bend. And now you'll feel the stretch on the hamstring of the other leg here and back. Straighten. And we're going over and lengthening into the hamstring of this front leg. And come upright. And bend. We're breathing. Straighten. And flat over. Good. And come upright. And bend. Straighten. Lengthening out, trying to keep the back nice and flat from the tailbone all the way through the top of the head. Maybe you feel a little bit more stretch in the back of the front leg. Come up. Last one. Bend. And straighten. And flat back. And come upright. Good. Let's come back to a front-facing position. And let's just work our arms a little bit. We're going to have a bent knee position. Our feet are underneath our hips. And arms are out. We're going to just push the right shoulder forward. So your upper body is twisting, hips stay front, and you'll feel stretch this area of your shoulder. Open it up, and then switch and go to the other side. So we're stretching that shoulder out and forward. Again, out with the right, and center, and out. And center, we have two more. Pushing that shoulder, you're letting your head go over to the side, and center, and push through that shoulder, and center. Good. These are really good stretches, especially if you spend a lot of time in front of a computer, which most of us do. And over to the left, and straighten, and let's lift up. Let's just swing it on, right arm across, up and open. Across, up and open. Across, up and open, and across, up, other side. So you notice as we cross, the upper body is twisting, the hips stay front. Reach it way out with those fingers, as far as you can go. Cross it out, up and open, and cross it out, up and open. Right arm, we're going to go in the opposite direction, reach it out, up, and cross it. Reach it out, up, cross it. Good. Two more. Reach, up, cross, and reach, up, and cross. Let's take it to the other side. Reach it out, up, and cross. Keeping those hips front, really reaching through the fingers and across. So we're creating length in the arm, up, and cross. Good. And reach, up, and cross. Excellent. Let's go to the end of our mat. And we'll work through the lower back in a bent knee position. So from here, we're straight, we're bending the knees, and we're going to stick our hips so they tilt, area goes out, and you have that lower back getting an arch there. And then we're going to reverse and make it go in the opposite direction. So our hips are going this way, lower back is going out to the back of the room. Tilt the hips and arch, and tilt the hips and curve. Good. Repeat. Tilt and arch and tilt and feel the curve. And keep going. Good. And back. And now we're going to exaggerate a little bit more. So tilt, let the head go. We're going to drop down all the way over our legs. Let the head come down. Now we're pulling and tilting under the hips as our lower back is rolling up and our head's coming up. Right, let's take that again. Push through, arch, all the way down. Let those heads drop. And then rolling up through that lower back. Lift, coming up. Knees are still bent. 2 more. Arch down. Breathe. All the way down. Head is loose. And coming up. So working through that lower spine. Lift and reach. We have one more time. Tilting the hips. Letting the belly go down into that arch. And the head is the last thing that comes down. And then we're going to roll up. Breathe. Coming upright. And head and straighten up. Good. Take that out a little bit. Let's curve down from the top of our head. And roll in the opposite direction that we just did. And we're going to go all the way down, bend the knees, and come to the floor. We're going to have our feet underneath us, and we've got the toes rolled, and we're just going to stretch through the lower back. The lower leg there. And from here, breathe and rock forward, and then press back. I'm pushing my hips back, and I'm pushing into my toes, so I'm getting stretch under the bottom of my feet there. Rock forward, inhale, exhale, and press back. And repeat 2 more times. Inhale as you rock forward, press back, pushing out through those feet. And last time, coming forward, breathe, and push back, and stretch. Good. From here, walk the hands in, and let's go into a full Achilles stretch. So we're pressing the heels down. So we work the feet, and now we're going to work the lower calf area a little bit more. So again, we're going to repeat that rocking forward. And we're really folding at the hips there and pushing the heels back. And you can kind of counterbalance yourself. You may find you get an opening in the lower back too. And come forward, breathing. Exhale, press the heels down. And repeat. Rock forward. Inhale. Exhale. And press back. We're going to take that one more time. Maybe you can balance. And come forward. And exhale and press. Let's try doing that balance. Maybe you can get your heels all the way down and your hands can be right in front of you to help counterbalance that. And see where you get the stretch here. Let's bring ourselves forward a little bit more, hands down, and now we're going to straighten the legs from here. Deep breath in, exhale, straighten the legs. Heads drop. Bend the knees and breathe in. Exhale and straighten. Bend, inhale. Exhale and straighten, stretching all the way up as far as you can go. Feel a crease in the hips in the front of the hip there. And last time, bend, inhale. Exhale and straighten. See if we can just hang here for a moment. Pretty big stretch if you're really feeling the fold here and working through here, not in your lower spine. Now we're going to do something similar to what we did at the beginning of class in terms of having one leg bent and one straight. So let's bend the knees, inhale, and your front leg is going to straighten and your back leg is staying bent, and you can feel the body twist a little bit towards that front leg. So you get more of a stretch through here, but you also feel a stretch in your spine. Keep the head down as you bend the knees, inhale, exhale, and push, and let's go to the other side. So the back leg is straightening, and the front leg stays bent. Repeat, bend, inhale, shake that head out so it's loose. Front leg straightens, and back leg stays bent. Repeat, bend, inhale, exhale, straighten the back leg. Sometimes I like to close my eyes while I'm doing some exercises. You might want to bend, inhale, and straighten the right leg. This will feel like it's a little bit easier to do. You might get more of a twist in your spine. Bend, inhale. We have left leg
straightening with a twist. Last set. Bend, inhale. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Good. Hips are loose. And bend, inhale. Exhale, and straighten the back leg. Good. And then bend. Let's come all the way down. Release the toes, and we're going to just sit up straight. And we're going to get a little bit more work in our lower spine. So open the knees a little bit to what's comfortable so that you have a really nice straight back there. Hands are on the thighs, and let's do that arch through. Once again, so we're really trying to emphasize more mobility in this spine. And push back. You can use your hands to help you increase this arch by leaning into the hands and then using the hands to push away so you can press back with that lower spine. Let's take two more. And forward in that arch. You notice the head is going to be sequential in terms of how it reacts to what's happening to the lower spine. Let's take that once more. Pushing through. And arch. Good. And push back. And stretch it out. Excellent. Come to our upright position. Let's bring our legs in, and then bring our hands together. We're going to go into a down dog. So we're going to curl the toes under and push the hips upright. So this is our first down dog today that we've been preparing for. So your legs should feel like they can really stretch quite a bit as the hips go straight up. Good. Let's lift the front heel up, pressing through the toes. Back heel is down on the floor. Push through and stretch. Try to make it so that you have both feet up and then switch and down. So you're being very deliberate. And lift and press down. Two more sets. Lift and press and lift. Push the heel down. Last set. All the way up. Back heel goes down and lift. And front heel goes down. Coming back up with both heels and press both of them down to really settle into a deeper stretch here. Good. And then let's roll through, bring the hands, knees down, and release the toes. And adjust yourself so that you have your hands right underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to take a little bit of arm work, and I want you to modify for yourself. I'm taking a number of reps, and so if you need a rest at some point, you can. We're going to put our fingers facing towards the far wall, and here we go, bringing the elbows down towards us, towards our chest as we go down and up, pressing down and up, bring it down and up and down. We have four more. Here we go, and one and up, holding onto the calves, two, and lift, and three, and lift, and four, and lift. Now we're going to rotate our fingers so that our fingers are going towards each other, and we're going to repeat. Elbows go out, one, and straighten, and two, and lift, three, push it up, and four more. Here we go. Down, and lift, and down, down, up, and down, and lift, and down, and up. Now we're going to take our fingers and rotate to the outside. If at any point this feels uncomfortable, too uncomfortable, then stop it. Okay, and one, and you won't get that far, two, and down, and up. And you notice you get a stretch in the inside of the arm, by the wrist area. Up, repeat, down, and push, and down, and up, and down, and lift, and down, and up. Good. Let's come back and just stretch out the hands a little bit. So you've got an elbow bent, and we've got the palm against the palm and stretching here. And then we're going to press down and stretch out. Let's take it to the other side. Palm, elbows bent there. This elbow's bent as well. Palms together, pressing back. And then come down and stretch that out. Good. Shake the hands out there. Excellent. We're going to go to the side here. We're placing our elbow down. Our legs are right on top of each other. But at this point, let's open the legs and put the feet down on the side so that we have the ability to push up with our hips.
So from here, we're going to push up with our hips, and you can have this hand on the floor here. So we're pushing the hips up and down, and up and down. So we're trying to stretch and make like a bow shape here with our bodies, and down, and up, and down. Now we're gonna go into a fist here, or a hand, whichever you prefer. And we're gonna take the same thing, and we're gonna reach up, reach the arm up, try to bow even more here, and then come down, bend the hips down, and bring the arm in. Reach, press, and lift. Hips go way up to the sky, and bend, and come down. We have 2 more. Press, lift, and up. Good. Come down, and release. Once more. Press, lift, reach it up. Feel the bow. Good. And come down, and release. Good. Let's take that all to the other side. So we've got our elbow down, we've got our legs stacked up, and we're pressing the feet in opposite directions. And this time, we're just using our hands against the floor here and pushing the hips up. So we're pushing up and down, and push up. Good. And down. Just to practice that push up position for ourselves. Up and down. Last one, up and down. Now we're doing the full one. So your hand can be either on a fist there, if that feels good to you, or a flat hand here. And from here, we're reaching up, pressing, reach the arm over, feel that hip reaching to the sky, into that bow. Bend, and let the arm come down. Breathe, push, stretch, reach, way up there. Good. Bend, and come down. 2 more. Push. This is a lot of strength work here. Up and reach. Good. Come down and release. And push the hip. Lift. Reach up. Feel that nice bow shape. Stretch. Good. And come down and release. Good. Let's come to the center with our legs. That's pretty intense. Congratulate yourself because you did that one. All right, let's make the focus go into our feet. Let's have the feet a little bit farther out. We've got the divine flesh up from underneath us. Hands can be behind, and we're going to circle the toes. So we've done some stretching on the bottom of our feet, on the soles of our feet. So now we're working the feet so that we're getting a little bit of ankle work here. And we're going to take 4 more of these circles. So that's 5, 6, good, 7, and 8. Good, let's reverse that. Going to the outside, around, and circle, around. Breathe. Keeping the backs nice and tall. And lift. We have 4 more. Feeling ankles really get some opening. And reach, and around. Repeat. Out, and around, and out, and around. Good, shake those legs out. Let's just take some plain forward folds. Again, adjust yourself so that you're getting the divine flesh out. Feet are pointed, arms up. Lift up, and let's reach forward, and coming all the way down. Heads are loose. Because of the hamstring work we've done before, you may find that you can get pretty far over, and you don't have as much of a challenge to drop forward. Let's take now, as we are in this position with our heads nice and loose and our elbows are loose, we're going to first flex your right foot, breathe in, and then press out along both legs, but you'll find yourself going a little bit more over to the right leg because we've got that one flexed. Breathe in. As you shift the position, you have a pointed right foot and flex the left foot, and then exhale and go over the legs. See if that makes you be a little bit more over towards the flexed foot leg. Breathe in, point the feet, shift. Exhale, pressing out. So it's the right foot that's flexed this time. Breathe in, shift the feet, and then exhale in, out, and over. We're going to take 2 more of these, trying to let our bodies get lower to the floor towards our legs each time. Breathe in and switch,
Right foot is flexed. Exhale. Breathing out and down. Switch it, breathing in and exhale. Left foot is flexed. And let's repeat that once more. Breathe in as you make the switch with the feet. And then exhale. Maybe you can inch your hands out a little bit more because you've been able to get farther over the legs. Last set. Breathe in as you switch the feet. And then exhale and drop over. Point both feet and let's roll up through our spine. Good. All right, we're going to open the legs into the second position. And I want you to go to the position that works for you. We're going to be opening up the hips a little bit more because we're going to do another lift that will increase the stretch. Different kind of position. All right, so let's start with our right hip rolling. Your leg can be bent there. If it's straight, you'll get a little bit more of a stretch there, but it's kind of hard to have it completely straight. So you can let that knee bend. And come up and open. So we're rocking over, and because we've stretched out the hamstring, you may find that it's easier for you to get a little bit farther over and open. And roll and twist. Good. And open and stay. And once more. Roll and twist. Good. And open and stay. And let's shift to the other side. So we're rolling and twisting. Good. And open it. And release. And roll. Really feel that twist. Maybe you are feeling some more increased stretch in the hamstring on the leg that we're rolling towards. And open. Two more. Open and twist. Good. And open and release. Last time. Up and over. And up and open. Good. Sitting up tall. Extend the legs out farther if you can after having done that exercise. I'm going to roll forward. From here, top of the hip rolls down, chin to the chest. Go into the front, arms go out as far as you can go, keeping the legs pointed and rotated out. And just take 4 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inching out if you can. Breath in. Exhale, reaching out. You're going to your limit, your modification. Breath in, exhale, so your knees might be bent, your legs might be much closer together, and you may not get as far over, that's fine. Let's take this once more, deep breath in, and exhale. Flex out through the heels, and point through. Flex out, breathing in. And point through. Exhale. 2 more times. Flex out as you breathe in. Exhale, point the feet, letting the body go a little bit farther forward if you can. Exhale, flex. And point and push through. Good. Let's roll up through our spine by pushing our hands against the floor and keeping the spine in a nice roll position until you come all the way up. Right, and let's let the legs come in and shake them out. We're going to go back out. And we're going to take some swings with our upper body. So from here, arms are out. We're going to reach, our feet are pointed. We're going over to the side. Carry it to the front net above the waist position and come to the other side, keeping both hips on the floor and come up. Let's take that once more. Reaching over to the side. Good. Carry it to the front, swinging above the waist. Reaching to the side and come up. Right. Let's try that with flexed feet. So we're flexing our feet, reaching over to the side. Good. Pressing out through the heels as we swing to the front and come to the other side. Our upper body is going over to the front a little bit. And then from here, you're swinging. The upper body goes over to the front. Reach and come up. Okay, so we're going to be doing a combination of things here. And
I want you to be careful, and if you get to the point where you need to not do part of it, that's fine. So from here, we're going to reach over to the side here, and we're swinging to the front. We will put this hand behind us, reach the hip forward, and then push up and twist to the side. So we're getting a side twist, you get more of a stretch on this leg. Coming back down, and we're going to swing forward. Bring that hand behind, bring this arm up, twist this hip a bit, and reach up. So your hips are lifted, and you're getting a stretch through the arm. Let's take that once more. If at any time you need to decide not to do this, you could just take it without the lift, and reach, and come down, swing, twist the hip slightly, and lift up. Good. And then come down. All right, so that was a little bit of an intense movement. Let's bring the legs in and shake them out. And let's come to a position where we are sitting up nice and tall. And let's take a little bit of ab work here. So we're going to curve and bring the arms up. And we're going to twist, flatten the hands to the front, lift up. We're still in the C curve. Twist and press. Lift it up, breathe, press. Lift it up, breathe, and press. Keeping the curve in that lower back, keeping the abdominals engaged. Front and lift, up and twist. And one more in each direction. And press and twist. And lift, up and press. Let's come up right and put our hands on our knees and come up to an upright position. Now we're going to repeat that. You can keep it exactly the same, or you can add a bit of a lift with the legs. So here we go. We're going back into that curve. Bring the arms up. You can just stay as we just did, or you can add a lift of the leg as you twist and down. Other leg. Twist and press with the hands and come up. Twist and press and lift. Keep that curve. This gets a little bit more and more challenging as we continue. And press and lift. Press and lift. Last set. And press and lift. And press and lift. Hands come back down. Let's roll up through that spine. And roll all the way down to the floor. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs to get you all the way down. Good. And just shake out the thighs a bit. And release. And let's rock our hips side to side. Trying to help our body settle into the floor. And then settle. And then let's do the foot drum. So you're really letting go there. Good. Excellent. Let's bring our arms out to the side. We're going to bend the front leg to the side. Put the foot on the floor, knee to the ceiling, and left leg to the side, foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling, and then straighten out that spine. You might want to bring your legs a little bit closer to you. We're going to take some rolls up so that we stretch out that lower back after doing those abs. So from here, you can have your arms still out there, or you can bring them right underneath you. And we're going to start to tilt with our hips, press the lower back into the floor. So breath in. As you exhale, tilt that lower back into the floor, the hips have tilted, and you start to roll up through the back of the lower back there, and coming up, and you're going to notice your head, neck, and shoulders are going to be reflecting that. So we're pressing our hips up, and then slowly roll back down, trying to press the spine into the floor, keeping the abdominals engaged. Feeling each part of your spine move and then release to neutral position. Let's repeat that. Inhale, exhale, pushing through. So you're pressing a little back into the floor, tilting the pelvis, starting to roll up through the spine. See if you can really feel each part of the spine as you roll up. Again, head, neck, and shoulders are going to reflect that. Hips come all the way up. Abdominals are engaged, and you're going to be getting a little bit of glute work there. And then roll back down. Trying to separate the vertebra one from the other so that you're really getting a nice articulation in that spine. Abdominals are still being engaged, and then release down into that lower back and come to a neutral position. Again, breath in, exhale, tilt, rolling up.
This should feel kind of like a massage in a way, especially in that lower spine. As you keep going, maybe allow the head, neck, and shoulders to come and move along with this spine rippling up. And then again, rolling back down, using your breath in a way that feels most effective for you. And with the head, neck, and shoulders, release all the way down, trying to get that lower back really pressing into the floor and come to a neutral position. Good, we're going to take it one more time. Your legs might be shaking, and if you need to take a break, you can. But if you can, let's do it once more. Deep breath in, exhale, pressing the lower back into the floor, rolling up. Nice length between each of the vertebrae, creating space. Press up, feel the glutes engage. And then on your next exhalation, rolling back down and all the way. Good. Keeping the lower back pressing into the floor. And release. Good. Let's bring the knees into the chest and do a little hug there. It also takes the tension out of that lower back even more by opening it. And then let's bring the legs upright, straight up. Let's have feet pointed. We're going to flex out through the heels. And we're going to bend the front knee into the chest as we press even more out through the back leg. So it's almost like trying to lift the leg up so that the hips come slightly off the floor. You're not going to really come off the floor, but we're trying to press through there. It's just stretching through in a different way. And shift and press. Press up through the heel, hug the knee in tight. And you'll feel this in many different possible places. And let's take that again. We're going to bring the back foot up to the ceiling and hug the front leg up. Where do you feel this? And last time, push and change. Push that leg way up. It's like you're reaching to the sky with that leg. And the knee is bent on the other leg. Good. Bring this leg in and then release the feet. And once again, bring the knees into the chest. Excellent. Good. Okay, let's put both legs down and shoot out. And once again, let's rock the hips side to side. And let's take that foot drum once more. Nice. Okay, we're going to point the feet and bring the front leg in, knee into the chest. Now we're going to open the thigh out. So we have this long leg stabilizing you, and then from here, if you can, you're going to grab a hold of the foot and extend the leg out to the side. So this time, instead of getting a hamstring stretch on the back of the leg, we're doing an inside thigh stretch here. And then come back in again. And go to your extent. If you need to, you can hold on to the leg and then extend the leg. If you want to, you can also put this hand in the floor, but we're trying not to roll over on the long leg. And let's take that once again. You're breathing out, extending that leg to the side. Maybe you can get a little farther over to the side this time. And then come back in again. You're anchoring with the long leg. Breath in. Exhale and extend the side. Good. And then come back in. We have one more. Deep breath in. Exhale and extend to the side. At this point, if you need to stop and come down, that's great. But if you can follow this and flex out through both feet with me, you can. Deep breath in. Exhale, press out through the heels so you've added a little bit more stretch in both legs. Good. Point the feet, bring the leg in. Now bring it back to the chest. And then let the leg come down. Excellent. We're going to roll to the side, bend the knees, come up and switch positions so we can get to the other leg. So let's once again use our back straight, put the hands underneath the legs and roll through the spine as you go down to the floor. And control. Legs are straight, feet are pointed. We're working with the other leg.
bringing into the chest. Feeling the stretch down, feet pointed on the long leg, which is going to be our anchor. We're going to open that leg out to the side. You can put your hand on the hip to prevent it from rolling, or have your hand out to the side. Again, modify this so that it works for you on this particular day. And then we're going to I'm grabbing the inside of my leg, but you may want to do it a different way. You can hold it this way or underneath the heel. And then from here, we're going to reach out and feel that stretch and try not to roll to the leg that's being stretched. Inside thigh area, getting a good stretch there. And then bend it back in. Keeping the focus strong as an anchor here on the long leg. Breathing in as you exhale. Now you can stretch that leg out. Trying to really maintain your balance. Coming back in again. Deep breath in. Exhale, lengthen to the side. Maybe you can get more to the side and more extended out. Any variation that works for you and you still feel a good stretch is what you should be doing. And last time, inhale. And then exhale and extend out with that leg. Good. With me, if you can, deep breath in, exhale, press the heels out and see if that leg that you're stretching can get a little bit more, reach out, and the heel of the anchor leg is pressing down and away to stabilize you. Good. Point the foot, bring that leg in. Bring the knee into the chest, and then roll that leg down. Let's roll to the side and push ourselves up. Excellent. That was a lot of stretching. Let's just ease out a little bit more in another fairly intense stretch. I'm going to go on the diagonal. So we're going to be starting with our hands and knees, on our hands and knees, and then open the legs. And even just in this position, you may feel a stretch. And we're going to lower ourselves down. Feet will come up so they'll touch. So we're opening the inside thigh area and getting a little bit more release through the hips there. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths and try to bring our heels together and press them down. This can be quite intense, so be careful. So from here, deep breath in. As we exhale, we press those heels down towards the floor, which causes us to get a little bit more openness in the hips. And then ease off, let the heels come up. And once more, just once more. Deep breath in. Exhale and press. Good. Excellent. Release. Let's open the legs out, and then you can roll to the side and come down towards the mat on your belly. So I'm having you ease out of that position in any way that you can that feels comfortable. Once again, onto our hands and knees. Bring the hands a little bit farther forward, and we're just going to press the hips down and arch through the back, pressing with the hands. So now we're sort of easing off those hips in a different way, but also getting a little more work in the curve of our spine there. Good. Push back and send the hips back. Arms are long. You're not sitting in child's pose, but we're lengthening out through the side of the body there. Come up. Let's press the hips forward once again. And push up with the hands to get a little bit more arch. Shoulders down. Elbows are slightly bent. And push back into that modified child's pose position here. You have two more. Lift up, press, push the hips forward into that nice arch. Opening up. Coming back, pressing out, lengthening through the spine. Allowing the legs to have a little bit of a break there. And last time, up and over. Push hips forward, heads up, elbows bent. Good. Press back into the modified child's pose. And then use your hands and push yourself all the way back into the child's pose. Let the elbows bend and just rest. Bring the hands in, roll up through the spine. And let's just sit. Find a comfortable way to sit, whatever works for you. You've worked hard in this class. And let's just end class Mind fleshes out from underneath us, reaching the arms up, breathing in. Clasp the hands together, bring them in front of your heart chakra, and give thanks to yourself because this was tough and also some different kinds of movements, so it'll stretch different parts of your body. Have a great rest of the day.